Hey guys, it's Alex the Real Mr. Robinson here, and it looks like I just got out of bed, and yes, I did. But the new trailer, that would imply that there was a trailer beforehand. The first trailer for BLUMHOUSE'S Halloween movie has been released, and I figured to do a reaction for it. I don't normally do trailer reactions because I like to review trailers, if I do them, and give it time, give it thought, and know what I'm about to say. But I figured, you know what, why not? I'm not a huge fan of the Halloween movies, despite the fact that I have this monster right over here, but I do adore the original Halloween, and ever since the announcement of this movie, where it was gonna follow the first movie, it intrigued me. And plus, it's Blumhouse. They've had a pretty good track record so far. Last year was an amazing year for them with Get Out and Happy Death Day. This year, I mean, they had Upgrade, which was fantastic, but then they also had Truth or Dare, which was terrible. So maybe this movie will be the other fantastic one. So I'm going to give a genuine reaction to the trailer, and once the reaction is done, I will give you my first impressions on the trailer. Alright, so apparently I had to switch to these cheap Sony headphones because my expensive Bing headphones didn't work.
Testing 1, 2, 3. We're on.
We're here to investigate a patient that killed 3 innocent teenagers on a Halloween in 1978.
And his older sister in 1963.
And taken into custody that night. And has spent the last 40 years in captivity. Hello, Michael.
Alright, so obviously this takes place right after the first one. None of the other sequels exist. Miramax is involved.
Family turns into a nutcase this time of year. Yeah, I mean, your grandmother is Laurie Strode. She was almost murdered.
Wasn't it her brother who murdered all those babysitters?
No, it was not her brother. That's something that people made up.
Okay.
You know that I pray every night that he would escape.
What the hell did you do that for?
So I can kill him.
Dad, look out!
The bus crashed.
Mom, what bus crash?
Michael escaped.
It's Judy Greer, okay.
Excuse me, somebody's in here.
Hello?
The fuck?
He's waited for this night. He's waited for me. I've waited for him.
Get out! Go home! Get inside!
You don't believe in the boogeyman?
He's here!
Michael! You should.
Can you close the closet door?
He's in there. Shit! I knew it. You know what? Despite the weird nature that the Halloween series has gone through, the theme never fails to give me chills. It is just one of the most iconic and frightening themes in horror movies ever. Okay, so that's the trailer. Here are my first impressions of it. I think it looks pretty decent. I mean, I have enough faith in Blumhouse despite some of their fumbles like Truth or Dare, and I've heard that the upcoming sequel that they're making to Unfriended is terrible, at least from what I've heard in South by Southwest. But this actually looks pretty good. It looks like it has a little more money behind it than some of the other movies that they produced, but it should be low budget because it's a slasher horror movie, so there's not a whole lot to it. And it definitely looks better than the Rob Zombie movies. I never saw the second one, but I don't hate the first Rob Zombie remake, but it's not very good either. One thing that's kind of worth noting is that this might possibly be a remake of Halloween H2O. I never saw that one, But from what I've seen, especially with Cinemassacre's Monster Madness, it feels like time has gone by and Laurie Strode wants to get revenge on Michael Myers for nearly killing her in the first movie. And it seems like this time around, Laurie Strode's actually more prepped than in Halloween H2O, because I'm just judging by the Cinemassacre review, but in H2O it seemed like she's just been trying to escape the life. This one looks like she's prepping for his return. And I also like that Michael Myers is very much the same proportions as he was in the first Halloween. One of the things I didn't like about the Rob Zombie movie was that he was 7'5". He was played by Tyler Mane, I believe, the same guy who played Sabretooth in X-Men, and there's just something about a big guy that doesn't really seem intimidating. Because when you watch the first two Halloween movies, Michael Myers is just kind of an average guy who lost his mind. He's evil, and there's no other reason for it, which maybe is one of my biggest worries about the movie, is that I'm hoping they're smart enough to not give him a reason for why he kills, because the beauty of the first Halloween movie was that he's evil. There's no reason. He is literally evil incarnate, and Dr. Loomis's speech in the first Halloween movie summed it up perfectly, where he spent years trying to get to this boy, and all he saw was pure evil. So that's all we need to know. We don't need to know that he was raised by an abusive family. We don't need to know that he's the figure of a cult and just does whatever they tell him to do. We don't need all that dumb shit. So, I'm hoping for the best. I don't have much else to say in terms of a review because this is more of a first impressions video and a reaction. I will try to do more, but mainly for big anticipated trailers. Which I gotta say, this week has just been a big trailer extravaganza. We had Bumblebee, which kills me to say that I'm actually looking forward to that movie. We got Ralph Breaks the Internet, How to Train Your Dragon 3, Lego Movie 2, the second part. We got a few more trailers that I'm blanking out on, but this was the one that I was looking forward to the most because it's been built up all week. Fingers crossed, hoping for the best. And just as a little announcement, before the release of this movie, I will be reviewing all of the other Halloween movies. I reviewed the first one in 2014 and a micro review of the remake, but I'm going to be reviewing all the other Halloween movies in prep for this new one. And reviewing these movies will be the equivalent to my annual Halloween set of reviews. So until next time, I hope you enjoyed this review. Leave a comment down below and tell me what your thoughts are on the trailer. Are you excited for the new Halloween? Don't forget to support my Patreon page, follow me on social media, and until next time, this is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there's only one.